Welcome to the show, Jason Bible, Texas Real Estate Radio Network, here with Rob Trigg of Jet Lending.
It's a Friday afternoon.
It is a Friday afternoon.
Cheers to my good friend Jason Bible.
We are doing a little happy hour here at the office.
We couldn't do wheels and deals this week, but you know.
Ooh, so I got a Wheels and Deals update.
All right.
So we just got in a brand new blue Lamborghini Huracan. I posted it on Facebook. So they said,
beautiful.
That is gorgeous. So the club just texted me and said, hey, what car? Okay, so long story short, I called my Land Cruiser guys, and they're like, dude, we are ordering parts from everywhere. Your Land Cruiser is not going to be ready for Wheels and Deals in 2 weeks. So I said, okay. So then I sent a text message. I was just going to bring my Type R. So then I sent the club a text message. Hey, what cars do we have available? They said, we got that brand new blue Huracan Spider, or Huracan. It's not a Spider, so it's not convertible, or a white Ferrari 488 Spider.
Bring that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh man.
I like convertibles.
I wish I could have gone with you for a ride the other day in that red one.
Oh, the Ferrari.
Yeah.
That car is a monster.
So yesterday, was it yesterday? No, day before yesterday.
So on Wednesday,
driving to work, come out of my house.
Are you driving the Corvette or are you driving the truck?
No, I'm driving the big truck.
Okay.
All right. Going. Thank God. Stop sign right outside my house. I turn, go down the road. It's on Boudreaux. I'm stopped. I hear screeching tires.
Oh, no.
Coming. I just hear it. I'm like,
oh, here it comes.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Boom.
Oh, man.
Boom. Totaled 2 vehicles.
Totaled your truck?
No, 2 vehicles. 2 vehicles behind me, I completely totaled.
Oh, because they probably ran into like a 3/4 inch, bumper on the back of your F-350.
Yes.
Huh? Yeah.
Total. I got a couple of scratches, a little bit. Look, I mean, if you really look close, you'd be like, "There's no damage." But if you look in, it's bent in a little bit.
Yeah.
Both of their cars completely. I was a dead stop. I had a car in front of me.
Yeah.
So the idiot behind this Honda Accord rammed right into her. He wasn't paying attention, and the force of him hitting her pushed her directly into me, and it was like a catastrophe for her.
Oh, because you got hit from both sides.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I get out, and I'm like,
all right, you guys worked that one out. See you later.
Y'all work that out. Let me know your insurance company, buddy, because I guarantee you're getting a claim on this.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that's terrible. But at least it's in the truck, right?
Yeah.
How much does a 350 weigh? Is it 8,000 pounds?
I have no idea. I knew at one point in time, but that thing, I mean, it didn't even budge.
Oh, I'm sure it's the size of a school bus.
Yeah, I felt a little boom. I'm like, what the hell just happened?
You look back and you go, man, there's a lot of glass flying in the air back there.
Poor lady was traumatized, and this guy, he wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
He was probably on his phone texting like some dumb kid. He was in his 18, 20, 19 years old. He's all freaking out and stuff. I'm like, hey, everybody get off the side of the road. Everything's going to be okay. Somebody had to take control. It's my daughter's birthday. I don't know what I'm doing.
All right, everybody calm down.
Calm down.
Let's all pull over here. Everybody chill out.
So hopefully I'll get it back soon. But if I was in that Corvette, it would have been over.
It would have been over. Yeah,
over with.
And then of course you've been waiting for like a year to get another one, right? Yes. Like it's a total pain.
That the pressure of that would have completely destroyed the back end of that. Because he had to have been doing about 40 miles an hour.
Oh, really? Yeah. So he was scooting. This wasn't like 10 mile an hour little bump.
No, the screeching and the distance that he hit to her to me. Yeah, it would have destroyed it. Thank God.
And then taking forever to find another one. That's the problem these days is getting another one, right?
Yep.
So, all right, well, let's talk about loan business. What are you seeing out there? What percent you guys think you're doing on flips versus rentals? I always like to ask that question.
I know you do. And every single time I tell you, it's about the same. Yeah. It's an even keel. That's the great thing about Jet Lending is we get both sides of the business. I mean, you got investors out there that want to do flips so that they can get some quick cash back in their pocket. But I mean, you know what? I'm really excited when I see short-term rental properties come across. Like I'm going to Airbnb this.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're going to make a killing.
Yeah.
You're going to make a killing.
Yeah.
And Eddie says it's a short-term rental. It's not an Airbnb.
That's right.
I'm like, You're absolutely
You're
right.
absolutely right.
You're
Yes.
absolutely right. It's a short-term rental.
Is a short-term rental.
Short-term rental. It's not an Airbnb. He's like, Airbnb is an app. That's not what we use around here. It's a short-term rental. I'm like,
That's right.
you're absolutely right.
It's true.
So now he won't let anybody say they're Airbnb in it. He's like, nope, they're going to short-term rental that property.
Yeah.
So
Too funny.
it's funny. You don't say Airbnb in the office unless you're talking about the app.
Yeah. I actually need to send one over to you. I got my other beach house under contract. We're not closed until like June or July, so we got plenty of time. But I've been dealing with the piling drama down there on the beach because I got to replace some pilings. Ain't cheap.
Hold on. I talked to a guy this week that knows a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've talked to like the guy down there, and I'm talking to a couple other guys. I'm trying to figure out like
After we get done with the show, I'll
Okay.
give you his number.
Okay.
All right, because I think I still got it in my text.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting different quotes, kind of different stories. I'm like, all right, what's the current estimate is $3,500 a piling.
Whew.
So, and I'm like, well,
I don't envy that.
no, I don't either. I just said, well, okay, but they're $1,000 at McCoy's, so there's $2,500 in labor in this thing. I mean, per piling. I'm like,
It's
I
kind
don't
of
know.
complicated though, from what I understand. You might know more than I do.
I'm just replacing the ones on the outside.
Okay.
And you need a dude with a shovel.
Okay.
Well, you're gonna need a little more to shovel because I got to go down 10 feet. But it's like, I don't know, $2,500 in labor.
That's a lot.
That's a lot per piling.
That's a lot. Yeah, you might want to find somebody else for that.
Yeah, and I only want to do 4. So when I actually went down and looked at the house, I'm like, probably needs 4.
Yeah.
Based off my expertise in beach house pilings.
And big house pilings.
Yeah. So, in any case, well, that's good. Short-term rental guys doing really well.
Yeah.
Long-term.
One of my favorite clients out there, we're either closing today or on Monday. Her second short-term rental that she's going to rehab. I mean, it's a $300,000 plus rehab. Her first one she did it's only been live on Airbnb. I can use that because that's the app. She netted $9,000 her first month.
That's not bad.
Not bad. 5-plex.
Oh yeah.
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 Airbnb.
Yeah. Net 9 G's. Not a bad deal.
Yeah.
Not a bad. Now, of course, the joke is everyone does well this time of year. It's like, what does October through February look like? It's always a little bumpy there.
It is. But I mean, if you manage it the right way, offset your cost, and make sure that you're managing it the right way, and don't go and blow the good months and put it back.
That's
for
right,
a
yeah.
rainy day, then you'll be okay. You'll be
driving Lambos on the good months and taking the bus on the bad ones.
okay. Hey, some people live that lifestyle.
I hear it's great.
Yeah, it is. Some days it is. Some days it's not. I guess. I don't know. I don't live that lifestyle.
All right, we'll be back in like 2 seconds here. It's Jason Bible, Texas Real Estate Radio Network. All right, welcome back to the show. Jason Bible. I'm here with Rob Trigg of Jet Lending. Talking a little cars, talking a little deals and money. Anybody freaking out about interest rates? I'm having all these meetings, people like flipping their,
I think it is what it is.
What can you do about it?
You can't do anything about it. Like, you're either going to close on investment properties or you're not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you can go search for cheaper rates. Everything's gone up.
Yeah.
I mean, freaking people are quoting mid-5s on just regular mortgages for investment properties. So ours are ticking up for the non-QM. They're ticking up. I mean, but there's still people that still want to invest, still want to, the good thing about it is, like, okay, you buy now and refi once it goes back down.
And it will go back down.
And it will go back down.
Yeah.
Once the recession hits, if it does, it's coming.
There's totally one coming.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be into this year, sometime next year. We'll
just
see rates drop again, and then you'll have to refine all that.
Just depends on when the man wants the recession to hit.
Yeah, there you go. The man.
The man. My dad always says the man's gonna make the recession hit.
That's
like,
right.
Who is this guy and where does he live?
I always used to hear the they. It's these they out there. The they. They decided this. They decided that. Oh, okay. The they.
I like the they.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I was a part of the they.
Well, allegedly they hang out. It's the Bilderberg guys and
It's Illuminati.
It is.
Yeah, it's those guys.
Rothschilds are involved or something.
They all sit at a big table. It's made out of gold.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
With Louis Vuitton leather seats.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and if it's not Louis Vuitton, they won't sit in it.
That's right. I got hit with an ad on Facebook, and it said, "What do you think of the quality of goods from Versace?" And I just sat there and read this. It's like a targeted poll thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what did I trip in the algorithm that makes anyone think I own anything from Versace?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm the last guy that's going to own any of that stuff. Like, no, not me.
No,
not me.
No.
So, short term, you guys are doing loans on short term rentals, long term rentals.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are doing the refis on them. So it sounds like with this client you've got now, she's going to do a hard money loan.
She's doing a hard money loan. It's going to be beautiful. I've seen the plans.
Did you say that rehab's $300,000?
$300,000.
Jeez, is it pretty big?
Oh yeah, it's a big one.
Okay,
it's a big one. I mean, I think it's a fourplex. Yeah, it's going to be a fourplex when she's done.
Jeez, and it's not new construction?
No.
Wow, no. $300,000. That's a big rehab.
Yeah, I mean, to get it to where she did her last one.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing, amazing story there. Amazing story. I have to share it with you sometime.
Okay.
I mean, I met her at Chris Bound's event.
Mm-hmm.
Got her focused in the right direction, and she's killing it. Killing it. I mean, it just goes to show anybody can meet anybody at any event. Networking.
Yeah,
that's the one thing that I think a lot of people are missing is networking with people.
Yeah.
It's very, very easy to go up, shake somebody's hand, drink a beer. Hey, I'm Rob. I lend money. Okay, yeah, I know what you do. I've seen you around. Network with people. Mm-hmm. Get their story. See what their challenges are. Talk to them about it. Sit down, have coffee.
Well, that's why we do that Wheels and Deals event, right? It's like there's a bunch of people I've never even met that come out to this thing, and I'm like, and of course they're real estate folks, but they're like, I'm really a car guy, but and I see all these events, but I'd rather just go to this one, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun. And then you guys y'all did yours last night, right? Y'all's event, was it online last night?
It was on Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right, yeah, night before last.
Yeah, super investor meeting. Eddie sat in a meeting. We sat in a meeting, staff meeting this past week, and he said, we will be live next month. Now, hopefully we can do it. It's just finding that place, to handle that parking and stuff like that. But we're still getting a good audience watching the online portion, so that's working as well.
Okay, it's always this post-COVID world. It's a little weird.
It is. I guess it's just something we got to get used to. I think that we'll never get used to it. Our generation, we'll just have to adapt and overcome. And I think everybody else is like, oh, we're already used to this. We don't contact people anyway. Yeah. But
at the end of the day, I don't think it's really going to matter. Well, how can I put it this way? The best and biggest deals you'll always do are always going to be face to face.
Yeah. It's
really not going to be online, right? You've got to do a face to face sort of thing, get to know folks.
I put a post on Facebook. Real is real, fake is fake. You really want to get to know somebody, meet them in person.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like that this week. I mean, it's the truth. I can be whoever I want to be on social media.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I can be Mr. Tough Guy. I can be Mr. Whatever, I can be Mr. Genuine. I can be Mr. Christian, whatever you want to call it. But until you meet that person in face to face, you don't really know who they are.
And then watch them.
Then watch them.
I like to
stand
watch
off
them.
and watch them.
Well, and then go, ooh, I don't know about this one.
Yeah. You can be whoever you want to be on social media. That's the greatest thing about it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, sit down and talk to the person that you're building your team with. That's the most important thing.
So if they're building their team and they're looking for money, what is the best way for them to get in contact with you?
Well, if they're building their team and they're looking for money, you can call me anytime, night or day, at 903-806-4400. That's my cell phone number, or my direct line. I don't know my direct line. Just call my cell phone.
Call the cell phone.
Yeah, call my cell phone. Or you can reach me at jetteam@jetlending.com, rob@jetlending.com. there's so many ways to contact me. If you can't find me,
it's not a you problem. It's a you problem, not a me problem,
Yeah.
right?
let me tell you, it's not you, it's me.
There you go. They just sent me the full list. The new Audi e-tron GT. I don't even know what that looks like. Is it cool? It's electric, right? Yeah, all the e-trons are electric. A C8, the Portofino, F-Type R, Huracan Evo, the Urus 488 Spider, Mercedes AMG GT, the 911 Turbo S, which is my favorite of all those. So we'll figure something out for that.
Yeah.
For that weekend.
Yeah. I will probably that week. I'll probably bring the truck because not a lot of people have seen it, and hopefully it'll be back by then. I mean, it's minor damage. I tell you what, I did get put on it the other day.
What's that?
A train horn.
Really? Are you serious?
Thing's badass.
Oh, I bet like an actual air horn, like the one.
Train
no
horn.
kidding.
I pulled up to my house the other night.
Oh, I bet that went over well with the new baby at home.
The kids were in the street. I honked it. Everybody came outside. Is there a train coming down the road? I mean, what's going on here?
You know what you do is
I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, you hit that horn and then you get out of the truck and you walk out confused just like that.
I did.
Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, y'all hear that?
That's crazy.
Maybe it's the Lord coming.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. It's the start of the trumpets. Oh, that's funny.
My wife just started laughing. She's like, "You better be glad the baby was awake."
Well,
I was like, okay.
Well, you got to take it where you can get it. All right. This is Jason Bible, Texas Real Estate Radio Network. We'll be right back. Welcome to the show, Jason Bible, Texas Real Estate Radio Network, here with Rob Trigg of Jet Lending. So we're talking about networking events and that sort of thing. So looking forward to you guys doing the old live event. That'll be a ton of fun. We've got Wheels and Deals, which is the first Friday of the month at noon. We'll be at Drift, which is in the Heights off of 20th. I don't know what the address is. It's not hard to find. So it'll be the place with all the really brightly colored cars, and put it that way. Cars, trucks, anything you got, certainly welcome. They usually rope off some parking for us so we can park right out front. And everybody's welcome. It's a good time. Usually hang out there for a couple hours, and then we'll bounce around to a couple of other bars around there. If we stay out real late, then we end up having dinner. But
well, I can't stay out late.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I can't stay
out late.
can't stay out late. So
Unless I get prior permission, slip, sign, sealed, deliver in triplicate. It's literally like trying to file your taxes.
well, I mean, you got some responsibilities now, young man.
I know. A newborn and a 2-year-old. Every time, like the other night, I was like, when I walked in, because I was considerably late.
Yeah.
Considerably late from what I told her. I'd stayed past 5, and I walked in like a 9-year-old. I was like,
So how much trouble am I in?
How much trouble, Mom? How much? You mind if I go to my room? No, she's great. She's recovering good. The baby's doing great. I mean, it's just, staying out late is just not a thing right now.
Yeah, you can't, there's some of these things you got to put by the wayside for a little bit. We just found out, a buddy of mine, they're having number 3, and he's got 2 little ones at home. And he goes, man, I don't know how you did it. Like, this is crazy. I said, you're just in survival mode. The first 6 months to a year, you're just kind of in survival mode. You're just grinding through it every single day. So
yeah. I mean, and this time I was super, super nervous because the first time, because I didn't know what to expect. Mm-hmm. This time I was super nervous for a whole different other reason, because we were trying to hit that April 5th date, my dad's birthday. And I created my own stress on that. And then on top of that, it was a C-section, so it's something new. So I was worried about Madeline and her recovery and stuff like that. And, you're still always worried about the baby and making sure everything's healthy and safe. Boy, I'm telling you, just the stress relief that comes off of you when they're at home and they're safe and you know that they're growing and on track. She's had 2 doctor's appointments already, so that right there is just, I mean, it's
a discharge from the hospital, and then that first doctor's appointment, they're like, oh yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah,
and they're feeding fine. It's like, okay, this will be fine.
Yeah, this is going to be fine. So you start, every day you start to, that pressure just kind of comes off of you, and it's a great feeling. Now, my wife, on the other hand, God love her, I love her to death, I'm telling you, she's a freaking super mom. Out of the hospital, does Easter like full blown Easter. I'm like,
no kidding.
Like, look, stop, calm down. She's like, no, I want them to have a good memory. And I'm like, she's doing arts and crafts and stuff.
Yeah.
My wife is the best wife in the world. If you think your wife's better, I'll fight you right now. I'll fight you right now.
Fight you on it.
I'll fight you. I'll fight you on it right now. We will sit and debate it all day long.
There
Guaranteed.
we go.
Guaranteed.
We'll debate it the next Wheels and Deals. How's that sound?
Let's do it. Let's bring a bunch of wives in.
Let's do the wife debate.
The wife debate. I guarantee you that will cause an emotional response. So hey, next Wheels and Deals is the first Friday at Drift.
Yep.
We're gonna fight about wives.
That's hilarious. And then what's that? Third Wednesday of the month is Jet Lending. You guys will be doing y'all's deal.
Super investor meeting. Hopefully we'll be live. We don't have a location yet. Hopefully we'll be live next month. But I'm telling you right now, guys, if y'all don't know and y'all are listening to this, Jet Lending has recently done something that no other hard money lender in town has done. And I want to talk about that for a little bit.
Okay.
Everybody's talking about rates going up, right? Well, we did something about 2 months ago that if you don't know, our rates start at 8.9 for qualified buyers.
Yeah.
If you've got decent, credit, you got some reserves, and you're what we call our top tier client, you're getting starting rate at 8.9 for 6 months. You show me another regional lender that has that decent of a rate, loaning still true loan to value at 70%, and I'll buy you dinner.
Yeah, that'll work, right?
Yeah.
8.9%.
Yeah.
While everyone's rates are going up, y'all's are going down.
Well, we figured we should just say, hey, look, if we can deploy more capital and help out our good investors that have, been with us for a long time, and some of the newer investors we want to get back in the door and do some bigger, larger deals. Hey, we're willing to take that risk.
Yeah.
And lower our margins. And at the end of the day, we're doing it at cost. But we'll make money.
Yeah.
Everything will be fine.
Yeah.
We got more money to deploy, and we're going to get $100 million out on the street. My goal is by July.
Okay.
We'll be $100 million out on the street.
And most of that, it's all over Texas. Most of that's here in Houston.
Yes, most of that's here in Houston.
And then you look at it, you go $100 million. Then you look at how much gets sold in Houston in a month. You're like, this is a huge market.
Yes,
it's a huge market.
But here's the funny thing. Somebody said this the other day, and it's true. If you're with a guy that a hard money lender that has not certified themselves in this market, be careful. In my opinion, what do you think?
I think there is, really interesting. I had a meeting just before this, and we were talking a little bit about this issue where there's a lot of folks that have just popped up in the last couple of years, and we've seen this in real estate cycles before. It's not even big crashes, just a little blip, a little less sales, and all of a sudden these folks are disappearing. And one of the things I've always said is, working with you guys, it's not just the lending relationship, it's also the, hey, take a look at this deal, and you guys sit down and go, oh yeah, we lent on 4 on that same street. So this is what, even though this is what the appraisal says, this is what it really, these are the challenges that you're going to run into. Rob tells that story about a deal you guys were going to do for him in Galveston. Appraisal comes back, at this number, and Eddie says, man, I don't know. We just sold one down the street from there, and I don't care what the appraisal says, but I can tell you what happened on this last deal. Probably not going to want to buy this one. So you guys don't only lend money, but you've got the local kind of intelligence of what's going on in these marketplaces, whereas a lot of lenders don't.
Well, I'll say this. Sometimes, at the end of the day, I never want to say no.
Oh, sure.
Never want to say no, because I'm not putting you in a closing seat signing docs with a blue pen. At the end of the day, it does me no good. And I always tell my clients this, and I think they respect that. At the end of the day, why would I tell you, no, you shouldn't do this? Because it's not beneficial to me. I'll present the numbers, but if they don't make sense, then they don't make sense. And that's one thing that's unique about jet lending. We just don't throw numbers down on a piece of paper and say, here you go, let's wait for the appraisal to come back. We do basically what's called a desktop appraisal right there before we even give you a loan estimate and say, hey, this is what the numbers are going to pan out. If this meets your criteria, let's move forward. Mm-hmm. But if not, well, hey, you might want to pump the brakes. We're seeing numbers differently than you are.
Yeah. So might be something different here that you want to, something else you want to reconsider. Yeah, and I think that's the big value in working with you guys because, like I said, you're big enough to where you've done deals all over the place. So it's like, hey, what's the story on this street? What's the story on this one? So, all right, folks, it's Jason Bible, Texas Real Estate Radio Network, and we will be right back. All right, welcome back, Jason Bible, Texas Real Estate Radio Network, here with Rob Trigg of Jet Lending. So I'm trying to figure out where we take the show. Do we talk about? I don't want to talk about the Astros. It seems to be kind of a hit or miss thing. I was at Monday night's game. It was great, and after that, it kind of went downhill. So I don't know if that means I got to be at every game this season as like the good luck charm or what the deal is. But Wheels and Deals, obviously, first Friday.
I'm glad we did that. We've been
Which
talking
one? The Wheels and Deals. You and I have been talking about it for like 2 years or something. And it's like, we really need to do this at some point. And then it was finally like, screw it. This is the day we're doing it. I think it was like 2 weeks or something. We were like, we're doing it this week.
Yeah.
Or doing it next, or 2 weeks from now. So, and it'll grow and get bigger and bigger, and there'll be a gazillion people there. How these things always kind of go. But we also picked Friday at noon because a lot of people have Friday off. But you can also go to a car show without having to kind of deal with some of the family stuff. Like Cars and Coffee is great, but it's on a Saturday morning, right? So, and then some of them are on Sunday morning. Yeah. So having a Friday afternoon car show is a little bit more fun.
They always have these car shows around my house because there's these little pubs and stuff in Cypress, Tomball area. And every time I'll go to the gym on Saturday morning, and I'll if it's a beautiful day, I'll take the vet, and I'll drive by, and I'm like, text Jason, maybe he'll come over here. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna bother him.
But the only problem for me is it's literally on the other side of town, right? You're up in Cypress, right?
Tomball area.
Yeah, Tomball. So I got to be like on that side of town. But I also might be like in the Lambo or something. Like, yeah, I can make that in 20 minutes. Just blaze up there. So I was coming back last night from a date, and I was in the Type R, and it was so great not being in traffic because I was just flying back to my side of town. I'm like, oh, now I remember what it was like before COVID, right? Or during COVID when nobody was on the road. You could literally just fly from one side of town to the other. Mm-hmm. I think it's the only reason we bought so much real estate because we didn't have to sit in traffic.
Yeah.
It's like you literally can get across town in 30 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm super excited about where we could take this Wheels and Deals. And I mean, just from the people that came for the committee meeting last week, just talking to a few of them about their growth and how they're stagnant or, what they need. Today's, and me and you have talked about this, today's man is confused about who they are. Mm-hmm. And it's not like our parents, when we grew up, they were like, no, this is what you need to do. This is how you need to do it. There's so much noise out there about who you got to be and who you should be that there's too many people pay attention to it, and they get off track of, what do I need to do for fitness? What do I need to do for health? What do I need to do to accomplish my goals? How do I stay focused? It's amazing to me. Yeah. And at the end of the day, you sit back and you see these people and you're like, I want to help that guy. Mm-hmm. How can we help him? You know? And I think if we could take, like we talked about last week, if we could take that event and have good, responsible speakers that come and speak, like we'll have Eddie come and how he, lives his life. And kind of get it away from, just talking about real estate. Right. Just talk about, hey, yeah, we got nice cars, but let's give some content to it as well. Yeah.
I think there's, I'm having some conversations with the folks over at Freedom, and they're basically like, we're in for anything. Just let us know what you got, like how we can help and all that. So I'm like, and they've been absolutely fantastic to work with. So when they get that conference center done, I took a tour of it before I met you guys on Friday, and dude, this place is gonna be ridiculous, and we'll have a whole conference center there, and a bar, and a little place we can eat. I don't know if we'll do the taco truck, probably just cater stuff in, but we'll be able to do some amazing presentations, have some great speakers, and we're on an excellent side of town. It's right there at the essentially Beltway and I-10. And we can do dinner afterwards and all that stuff. But it's going to be really, really cool. It's a beautiful location. So I'm really excited about where this thing goes. And like we had talked about in the executive committee meeting, we may do one networking event a month and then one speaking event a month, right? So we'll be everybody will be over at Freedom. You'll be amongst all these beautiful cars. And the other cool thing, I actually got Sam. You guys know Sam Craven. I got Sam tied in with the guys at Freedom, so they're going to start doing some business together.
Cool.
And, Sam is game for just about anything in his shop, and he's had little shop parties and stuff before. I walked through there. The guy's probably got 10 million in cars. Like, it's just the most...
Sam.
Yeah, Sam Craven.
Who is
with Senna. He was with Senna years ago. Then he started that garage, which is right over here. It's a high-end garage. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I can see a little synergy there between all three of us. And doing some stuff with them.
So, just talking about my F-350, like my end goal with that thing, and I hope my wife's not listening.
She's probably not. She probably doesn't listen.
She's probably not. But she may be on Facebook right now because she's not at work.
Well, maybe she's not listening this far into the show. That's why we can talk about this sort of stuff at the end of the show, because she's like, all right, I can listen to this when he gets home.
I plan on putting one of those hydraulic lifts on it.
No kidding.
Have you seen these things?
Like for the suspension or for the bed?
No,
for the whole suspension.
For the whole suspension.
So you can lift it up and lower it?
You can lift it and lower it to any level you want.
It's just a big air ride suspension, right?
No, it's actually hydraulics.
Really?
It's not like old school hydraulics.
Yeah,
it's strictly for the suspension. You can put it at any height.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, and it's expensive.
Oh, there's none of this stuff that's cheap.
It's expensive.
We were at the last Wheels and Deals. I was chatting with a couple of guys, and we were all comparing notes on how much we've spent on which car. And I'm like, dude, I'm just doing a little refresh on my Land Cruiser, and it's ridiculous. And then one of the guys was telling me about his Chevelle, and he's like, yeah, I'm doing this and this and redoing the suspension. Or he told me the number, and I'm like, oh, God, this stuff just gets so expensive, so crazy. So, but... if we bring that Lambo out there, I will tell you that thing's got every bit of a $40,000 paint job. Like, it's crazy. But this higher end stuff, that's kind of what it costs. That's what it costs to kind of play the game. But as expensive as exotic cars are, planes are much more expensive.
Look, I can't get into that. Okay,
I know. I look at it every now and then, and I'm like, man, this is an expensive hobby.
I'm out on that. Okay, Jason, I'm out. So you'll have to find some other person to help you with
it'll be Wings and Deals or something.
No, I don't know.
What we call the plane show.
Yeah, we'll call it jet lending.
There we go. There we go. You guys need a jet. That's what y'all need. You need a.
We'll call it jet lending. Wheels and Deals.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wings and Deals, what we call it. I don't know what we call it. But anyway, so first Friday of the month, you guys come on out. We'll be at Drift at noon. We're usually there till 3, 4 o'clock, unless the weather gets crazy, and then we zip out of there pretty quick. But weather should be pretty good. We're about 2 weeks out. What else? What else you want to? And then, of course, y'all's event.
Yeah.
Third Wednesday of the month.
Yeah. It's a great event. We just like I said, we got to get that location knocked down, but I mean the online version. I mean, we had Robert, he came over and talked. We had the guys from Think Realty to come and talk. Ehab's been on the show. You know Ehab. Mm-hmm. We need to get you on the show. That's what we need.
I'll do the show.
Hey, what about Bobby Goldbrick?
Oh, Bobby Goldbrick.
See,
we do need to schedule old Bobby.
Yeah, we need to schedule old Bobby Goldbrick because you promised me he was coming on the show.
We will get Bobby Goldbrick on at least on Trigger Points.
Okay.
I don't know if it's jet lending material. It is definitely Trigger Points material.
He is definitely Trigger Points material.
He is hanging his head low because, as a Russian oligarch, they have seized like everything.
Yeah.
So somebody's going to probably have to pick up his vodka tab when he's hanging out.
I got it. I got it. Okay. Bobby is an amazing guy, and I'm willing to pick up his tab.
Okay. Well, they seized his passport, so he's stuck here in the United States. So he's in Florida. We'll have him fly out, and we'll get Bobby on the Trigger Points podcast. So one more time, Rob, what's the best way for them to contact you?
You can contact me at rob@jetlending.com or jetteam, JETTEAM, at jetlending.com. We've got short-term, long-term, 30-year non-QM loans, no hassle. We get you. We're a nonstop shop. We'll get you covered, closed in a quick manner on the hard money side. On the long term, we'll get you closed quick so that you can get multiple investment properties, short-term rentals, long-term rentals. It doesn't matter. We got you covered. We definitely got you covered.
Thanks for being on the show.
I appreciate it, man.
And we see you guys at the next events. Jason Bible, Texas Real Estate Radio Network.
All right. Thanks.